some of this up here real quick. Alright, that looks good. Alright, what are we doing? Oh crap, did I finish all this? Alright, well let's keep getting the different outposts. So looks like I don't have this one right here. I'll take the quad from here over there. Move this monitor in a little bit. Who's barking at me? Dang red deer. I wonder if I can catch him. Nah, I ain't catching shit. Alright. Oh. I don't know where my music went. Do I have any more tents? Yep. Okay. I should keep some of them things on me. So yesterday I was doing some grinding and not some grinding, some missions on Awaroa and came across the moose mission. Here's the thing. I did not kill the moose. Oh crap, what is all that? Is that goat? Gosh dang, it's a lot of them. Look at that one. That one looks like a beast. 400. I bet I can hit that. Are they going over there? Right there. Oh, that was close. Alright, we're not going to waste too much ammo on that. Got to cross that bridge over there. Anyways, like I was saying, did not shoot the moose because the storyline goes it's the last moose on the island. And apparently, this is a true story. There used to be moose in New Zealand. I think it's an interesting addition to the game because it does make you, it forces you into the ethical questioning of, given the opportunity, would I essentially eradicate a species in an area? Even for a trophy, which I do believe that moose is a diamond, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, well, it would look pretty cool in my lodge. That's, you know, why you hunt diamonds, right? However, I don't ever want to be, like, you know, look, in real life, I love hunting more than anything. And I would never be the guy. I would never allow myself to be the guy who shoots the last of something. It's like, I don't know, you know. And I don't like taking resources away from from a shallow pool anywhere I go with anything. You know, if I might take the last slice of pizza, but chances are I paid for the pizza. So, what's that big old deer? I hope that second shot wasn't damage the trophy. Well, if I knew you were going to be stuck, I wouldn't have taken such a poor shot. Dang, that sucker looks big. That's kind of cool. I can get a picture of him on the hoof. Yeah, we'll square it up like that. Alright, there it goes. Oops. Like I'm saying, I would never... 192. Dang it, that would have been a gold. Wow. Oh, I shot him twice in the back. Crap. And I damaged that check. Yeah. Oh, well. Dang, what a freaking beast. Dude, the difference between gold and a diamond is huge.
Remember I said that Josh had expressed an interest in hunting? He's actually gone and signed up for a course. The brat. I had fully expected this to be like the time he decided to take up playing the drum, or his brief but intense flirtation with judo, but he seems really committed. I guess we've got you to thank if he ends up the next Awaroa Ranger.
Anyways, so I decided not to shoot the moose. And it's funny because then she calls you soft. I'm like, what? Okay, lady. But I don't know. I'm just not into that. And look, I know it's a video game. It doesn't really matter. But you know what they say? How you do anything is how you do everything. Okay, so there's another outpost like here-ish. She's not giving me any more missions. I don't know. Okay. But also, I was kind of looking at the moose, and I'm like, look, I could grind it out for moose. There's way better trophy moose out there. On, like Yukon and stuff like that. That it's like, I don't know. I'm probably thinking about it way too much, but this is something I've really thought about in real life before. You know, like, I think about how different species of animals in America have almost gone extinct entirely. You know, like the buffalo, or we've had subspecies of elk that are no longer available. Like there was the Miriam elk, and you know, crap, I don't know if I hit him. And even the Thule elk in California, that was almost extinct at one point. Now they've done a great job at reintroducing it, and there's a hunting season for it again. Not a very easy one to get, but you know, for the right amount of money, you can hunt the Thule elk. Who's this? Missed him. Okay. Well, um, look, trying to run a business, you got to do what you got to do. You know, it's you gotta take the calls as they come, or the messages as they come in. But the point I was getting at here is that you have to ask yourself these questions because for whatever reason, human beings are capable of causing extinction. And, I think back on the time period of like the market hunters with the mountain men like Daniel Boone and guys like that. They killed damn near everything for the hide. I mean, and they knew they were doing it at the time, but it's how they survived, right? So it's like, look, you don't blame somebody for surviving. However, as much as guys like me are like, man, it'd be so cool to be a part of that time and blah, blah, blah. Would it? I mean, are you capable of dang near hunting something to extinction? And the answer is no. For me, the answer is no. I would rather not participate than deplete a resource that is not getting fixed. Now, fortunately, very fortunately, we have game wildlife and game management pretty figured out. I've had the opportunity to speak to a few biologists and I've listened to so much material regarding this type of stuff. They have it figured out. I mean, with some of these species, they know exactly how many there is of them. Or at least, a pretty good idea of how many there is. And so it's like it's like you take that information and you couple it with how many hunters are participating every year, and if hunters are, checking in their animals and stuff like that.
It's looking like I might be able to return to the reserve in the not too distant future. Physical therapy's coming along well, and the doctors are optimistic. Here's hoping.
And so it's, a situation that we'll likely not have to run into very often. However, now in states like Arkansas, I was listening to a podcast with an Arkansas biologist, and he was talking about how people aren't killing enough deer now. And so the numbers are getting, high, and deer are, when you have an overpopulation, those diseases kind of start to creep in a little bit more, from what I understand. And so, these are things that you obviously want to avoid at all means necessary. However, and that's one of the things, I talk to friends who have killed, they'll kill a couple bucks a year or a buck a year. And I'm like, dude, you got to kill does too. I mean, point blank period at the end, you got to kill some does as well. That's just what you got to do. And honestly, I don't see why you wouldn't. Does are great eating animals, man. It looks like, is this still a dead zone? Gosh, I shouldn't have smoked that zone. That was such a good zone. I'm upset about it. Now, the situation with moose in New Zealand is obviously different because they're not a native species. They were brought in there. And part of the reason, there's no moose left is, yes, obviously people hunted them hard, but they didn't adapt to the environment incredibly well, from what I understand. But still, can't do it. What time is it? Oh, it's getting dark. Let me. Yeah, it should be light enough by then. Okay, so I got this one. That is lighthouse. The lighthouse here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then there's that one there. Got this one up the road. Got that one there. Got that one. 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 Okay. This one right here. Okay, there's one right here. I might have to go do some saltwater crocodile hunting after this because I need more tents. And killing crocs is obviously an easy way to get some quick cash. Crocs and Cape Buffalo. Man, I should have taken the long way. Okay. See if this little quad can make it up this hill. Come on, Nancy. I mean, I'm telling you, if they put an e-bike in the game, like I've been saying, not only would I pay, obviously, real money for the DLC, but you could charge a lot in-game, which isn't exactly how they do DLCs, but it's such an effective hunting tool nowadays. What's that? Oh, that's a big one. Look at that, dude. Come on, man. Oh, it's actually not that big of a deer. Alright, we're going to summit this mountain on foot. Gosh dang, dude, look at this freaking mountain. This would be so tough to climb in real life. Mount Taraho. Mount Terre Haute. Gosh dang. What a hike to get to this place, huh? I wonder. Oops. Let me close that. Is there a good tar up here? Goats. Oh yeah, we're in tar country now. That tar region looks like. Man, I want to get some hunting in, but I think we should just keep. Because look, I got an outpost here. Okay, so it'd be good to put a tent up on this ridge. Dang, see, I need more tents. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna work our way down over to this next outpost here. Hit this deal here. I think there's another outpost over here somewhere. Pretty much just a straight shot, then we'll take a left when we can. And then this lighthouse should be up here not too far. Man, you better be in good shape if you want to hunt New Zealand. I'm telling you, a lot of elevation over here. Those are just monuments, I think. What's up, Ace? I mean, I know I'm trying to grind out these outposts, but I like the.
On the back of a whale and through twists and turns, here we are today. Te Waipunamu. Well, that's the South Island to you. The place of greenstone. There's nowhere else I'd rather live.
Huh. Cool. You know, I got a buddy who lived in Hawaii for a long time, and I got to, I got to go out there a couple times and experience some of that Hawaiian culture. And man, I'll say the Polynesian people have a really fascinating culture and history. That's not the weapon I want. Come on. Got lucky. Yeah, really cool people though. Oh wait, what's this? That looks like a good one. Bro's walking away from that? Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, buddy. Did I just kill this hunting spot? What if that third one dies? Yeah, there's a tar. We busted him up pretty good.
Hey, how are things out in the bush? Just got off a call with some bigwigs in Hollywood. Resplendent Sword made $1 bazillion at the box office and swept the Oscars. So naturally they've announced a sequel and wanted to know if we were interested. I told them to put their offer where the sun don't shine, in more colourful language.
Female.
Our erstwhile props hunter has a new blog post up.
Okay. And that chamoy shot did die.
Returning to the site of my sequestration that all of my spoils had been looted. He then goes on to refer to us as evil fiends.
Did I miss that shot?
If you're in the mood for a laugh. Hopefully he won't have any reason to come back. But do let me know if you run into him again, okay?
That looks like the one I just tried shooting. But that will kill this. Yeah, let's go up here and take a look. Gosh dang, they're gonna freaking kill me, dude. Oh, that one's too good to pass. Look, that's a freebie. We're still... Yeah, it's coming up here. Okay. Alright, my dead zone is fixed. Well, it's just high now, but... See, because here's the thing with the e-bike, is it's like, give us an e-bike, or people are just going to keep spending a ton of money tenting around, and it's like, we're just essentially creating, you know, outposts wherever we want them with tents. It's like, I feel like it's like, okay, you spent all this time, effort, and money developing this huge map, all these huge maps, and you know, people are tenting and they're only seeing so much of it. And obviously you can't ride your quad anywhere because you're just gonna be spooking everything out. That's a hunting structure. Man, this outpost sure is out of the way. Okay. Outpost there. The one at the end of the road here. Got that one. Looks like there could be one right there. I mean, there's gotta be. Maybe even one way up there, but we're for sure gonna check that one. There's Arrow. Oh man. Shipment on the way Tuesday. This would be a good spot to hunt turkeys. What's that over there? That's a landmark. It's gonna be like, this is where Captain Cook landed before he got murdered.
Well, not much for Kitch. Melanie used to have a whole room in her house crammed with his rubbish. Toys, chili bins, everything under the sun with a picture of a kiwi on it. I guess nostalgia sells.
Cool. Okay. We're gonna go check this out. So this is definitely, the boring part of the game, but oh, you gotta do it. I mean, trying to get around without a bunch of tents is just, but you only gotta do it once, so. And this map has been really fun lately. I like these species, and honestly, I've been inspired to do a New Zealand hunt IRL. From the nearest airport to me, you can get there for like $1,500, $2,000 before like any checked bags. So add a few hundred bags for a bow and all that type of stuff. But I'm thinking about it. That could be a awesome trip. Obviously you got to think about rental car and food and but even like lodging, these huts in the game, that's how it really is. There's all these man-made huts in these like wilderness areas that you can stay at. So, maybe a hotel the first day and last day, and then you'll add on the taxidermy fees and getting the meat or trophy back. But man, I think it would just be the coolest. I think it would be the coolest hunt. And a big thing for me, here's the thing, is that I want to live a life that has incredible stories to tell. So even if I only go to New Zealand once in my life to hunt, it'll be a cool story I'll be able to tell forever and make an awesome, couple YouTube videos out of, or, that's the type of stuff like that makes a life worth living to me. All right. It's been discovered. We're going to go discover. I don't need to do this really, but I'm going to. Oh yeah. See if I can't cut this red deer off. Not a very big one. Bruh. Yeah, to get up that hill. Oh, man. I got home late last night and absolutely got rocked on the Stairmaster today. So I'm feeling it. All right. After this, we're going to go to Emerald Coast and shoot a bunch of crocs, get our money up, buy a bunch of tents. Even though I tented up Layton for Rocky Mountain, and I haven't even been hunting that. Well, maybe I'll go do some hunting over there. I just don't like the geography. I mean, like, I like the geography of the place. It's just tough to navigate. All right, let me see here. That map will work. Okay, so if we're here, okay, is that? No, that wouldn't be one. We got one there. Pretty sure we got all these. It's showing. What's this? Then there's supposed to be one. Okay, I'm looking at an older map, I think, but I doubt the outposts have changed much. All right, I think I got all the outposts. All right, switch it up. Well, that's not what I wanted. Cows. Let me get... Although that could be a good tree for my tree stand. Let me try that. I mean, I'll probably get chewed up by a beaver, but... Guess we'll try there. Crap. Better. Okay. Nervously traveling. Crap, did I spook that? Well, no, since it was from a tree stand, might not increase the hunting pressure a lot. Okay, so it could be. There we go. Bro, what are you doing? Ah, crap. That was probably him. Dude, there's like literally never elk here. All right. We got a little bachelor group. Okay, we do often have elk there. Actually, last time I think I spooked something. Yeah, look at that. There's a nice bull. Oh, you know, it'd be fun to do here. Okay, so he's 250. So let's get in a little bit closer. Did that shot connect? No. How did I miss that? That was a layup. That's crazy. Oh, man. I thought I pulled it a little bit, but there's no way I missed. What? Yeah, there's no blood around here. Gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, that sucks. Oh yeah, that's right. I think you can add drink zones by just checking the tracks, right? So let me run this lake real quick and try to discover some more drink zones. Is that blacktail? Oops. Well, maybe you can't, because I'm not seeing any drink zones over here. Huh. Okay. Shot that out already. Been there. Man. Hmm. See, this is a tough map to grind out. Ooh, dang, that's a nice black bear. Yeah, we gotta get over there, check that out. Wonder if he's... Okay. $250. Let me cut the distance a little bit. I'm gonna try calling him in once I do this. Let's see, I'd be surprised if that didn't do the trick. This is such an awkward lake to get across. Man, if that was a level 6 black bear, that's a pretty good sized bear. Alright, we need some blood though. Oh, there he is. What? Dang. Okay. It's a great shot. Alright. Well, I guess I gotta go over some. Whitetail. Oh, man, these zones. What is going on? I gotta find some more drink zones. This sucks. Do I have drink zones over there? Kinda. Alright, let's work our way over. Not a huge bowl. Dude, why are my shots not killing these elk? No organs hit. Huh. That's big duck. Yeah.